Hello, I'm Derek Cedarbaum, Head of Sales here at Enertiv, and I'm here today to talk about some updates in NYSERDA's RTEM incentive program. Now, for those of you who don't know, RTEM stands for Real-Time Energy Management, and the incentive program helps landlords invest in advanced technologies to monitor and improve the efficiencies of their base building HVAC systems. Now, due to the success of the program, the state has lifted the caps on a number of limitations that previously existed, both from a technology perspective and a portfolio perspective. So to start off, the cap used to say that each building can receive up to $150,000 in cash incentives per project, and now it's been lifted to about $400,000. So it used to be for $450,000 projects. It's been lifted now to $1.2 million projects. So larger landlords can participate in investments in the modernization of their HVAC systems. In addition, it used to be that each portfolio could get about 10 programs in through 10 of their buildings, but NYSERDA wants to give access to larger portfolios as well, so it's less about the portfolio, more about the individual buildings getting access to the incentives to improve the efficiency of each asset. And then lastly, it used to be that the program was solely for existing office buildings or commercial buildings. It was extended to multifamily buildings and now recently extended to new developments as well. In terms of technology, while it must be noted that to get the RTEM rebate, you still have to invest in base building HVAC monitoring, there are now included programs that can be incentivized as well. Among them, if you want to upgrade your tenant utility submetering program, converting mechanical meters to digital submeters, that can be incentivized when packaged together. If you are looking at the latest and greatest IoT sensors, whether it's for temperature, humidity sensors, elevator diagnostics packages, boiler or chiller cooling tower sensor bundles, all for the sake of improving both energy and maintenance efficiencies. All of that has now been opened to be able to receive the RTEM incentive, just to improve the pro forma of these new technologies. As an example of why this is so exciting and where this makes sense, if you were to look at one of the projects we were working on recently, it's a new development or redevelopment for an office building here in New York City. They decided to upgrade their submetering infrastructure. And in a union building like this, that investment would cost at least $500,000, sometimes more, but just to simplify the numbers, that's what we have here. And so just to invest in a submetering platform and the metering infrastructure, without the RTEM incentive, we're looking at $500,000. Now, with the incentive, you would receive that if you were to also invest in a HVAC base building monitoring package. We've estimated the cost to be around $50,000 on average for large buildings such as these. So a project cost, if you include HVAC monitoring, would be about $550,000. But it would also include the RTEM 30% cash rebate incentive. And 30% of $550,000 is about $165,000, which means that total project cost on the expanded scope is actually $115,000 less than the original scope without the packaged solutions. So as you can see, it's really exciting that if you invest in more technology into your buildings, it could actually end up costing a little bit less than what your original investment would have been. This can pay for an assortment of new technologies. It can de-risk the technologies that you may have been evaluating but were a bit hesitant on. Or it can just help you expand the scopes of existing solutions so that you can get just a little bit more bang for your buck. There's a lot more to this. I'm happy to answer questions you might have, anyone on the Enertiv team, or feel free to even pick up the phone and call the folks over at NYSERDA. They have a team just designated for the RTEM program. But either way, hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was a bit educational for you, and we'll catch you next time. All right.